most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Good Monday evening into Monday night, race fans. Welcome to the Dirt Racing Network and our live coverage of the DSRL Monday Night Wingless 60 Series 360 Sprint Cars. That's easy for me to say. Tonight at Limaland, 18 drivers have checked in. And we are here just in time because practice session has ended. We're getting ready to go to qualifying. If you were here earlier, you saw Monday Night Thunder, heck of a show from Weedsport. Drivers really put on a pretty good show there. They were really getting after it. Had a big long run in the middle of about 18, 19 laps. Only had 2 cautions in their feature. Right now, got our eyes on Matthew Rogers. Out of turn 4, first timed lap for Matt. Goes on the clock, and he'll go to the top quickly. Well, maybe not. Oh, no, they averaged the 3. I'm sorry. I forgot how they do this on Monday night. So you'd think I'd know by now, but they averaged the 3 laps for the time. So nobody will have time for a little bit. All the drivers except for J.P. Scheider are on track at the moment. Here comes our first times, 12:20 for Crawley. Rogers, 6th quick. Jurczyk, fastest. Let's go watch the Kiwi Conqueror, Craig Silvey. I think this is his final lap getting around here. He's been on track for just a moment. See, Wade Fields is out there. Ryland Gray. Ryland Gray moves up to second quick. Craig Sheeran now second quick. Sheeran just 3/100ths off of the pole sitter right now, Landon Crawley. She'll be timing in 8th quick. Scheider out on track and on the clock now. The 5 machine. Finding some laps. End up with 20 drivers checked in to the field. The dirt track terror, James Tiernan, has not made it on the track yet, so we'll see there. Scheider shutting it down after the 2 laps. I'm not sure if he understands the qualifying procedures, but Old Tiny Dancer shuts her down on the back stretch as well. He is 16th quick, so Bowman, Scheider, Tiernan, and Gordon have not timed in, and I am just waiting for James Tiernan to bring that 78 car out here, or 98 car, excuse me, and put some laps in. But it doesn't look like he's going to make it out, so that'll be an interesting start for Mr. Tiernan. Been pretty strong all year, but right now it's the 187. Yo Murder Mobile. Landon Crawley, 12.2 seconds. Quickest in the qualifying session. Well, Old Tiny Dancer's in them twinkle toe shoes, and I'm sure he's not, getting them picked up and put down very fast. So, kind of is what it kind of is. I'm not going to say how far off the pace he is this time. You guys can see that right on the screen. Funny story. I get a phone call last week on Tuesday or Wednesday, and I am, why are you bringing up that I'm 3/4 of a second off the pace? And it's Old Tiny Dancer on the other end. So, all right, let's take a look at the starting grid for heat number 1. Going to be Jacob Denny, 61 car on pole. Jack Jurczyk, the 01 on the outside. Your second row inside. Ryland Gray, the 06. And your quick qualifier for the evening, the 187 of Landon Crawley will start position number 4. 5th position to Ryan Caldwell right now. He's in the 4 car. And then Chuckles himself, Cody Terry, up there, Lima, Ohio. He is in the 93, and he starts in the 3rd row on the outside. Anthony Woodhull, the 09, inside row number 4, next to Jacob Schmutz. Schmutz in the 1J. Then the dirt track terror, James Tiernan, inside row 5, next to Noah Bowman. Neither one of those 2 drivers taking time, so we'll just have to see how that all plays out. So 2 heats for us tonight. I believe they ended up with exactly 20 cars. Everybody's going to the feature. All right, we should get the green flag. That pace truck will make a hard left right here in the middle of turns 3 and 4. There they go. Green flag in the air. Heat number 1 underway. 8 laps the distance. Out of 2. Denny up top. Here comes Jurczyk. Trying to hang on to second. Ryland Gray going to grab this spot, though. So Gray there, the black and red machine, trying to take the lead from Denny. Couldn't get it done. Jurczyk is 3rd. Crawley sitting in the 4th spot. So your quick qualifier now goes to the top side, checks the car down, threads the needle between cars. He was almost 4 wide. He's going to go for 3rd with a slider. And Crawley, we're now working on the top side, working around Jurczyk. Make it Jurczyk on the top side. He works back around Crawley. Caldwell is 5th. Woodhull. Tiernan now moving up as Tiernan's 4 wide. James Tiernan, nothing but trouble there. Got 4 wide. Got on top the front tires of the cars on the inside, the outside, and it's going to cost him spots. We're coming around. It's 2 to go, and Jacob Denny making it look pretty easy out in front. He's holding off Ryland Gray. Zach Jurczyk still 3rd. Now Crawley and Bowman are going at it, and Bowman tried the slider, and it didn't work. Goes into 3 and 4 right down on the bottom. Could not get it done again. James Tiernan now trapped behind traffic. That's about 8th or 9th place back there. As we're on the white flag coming out of turn 4, and Jacob Denny taking home the win in Heat 1. Rylan Gray, Zach Jurczyk, Noah Bowman, Landon Crawley, Cody Terry, Anthony Woodhall, Ryan Caldwell, James Tiernan, and Jacob Schmutz. Wrapping things up for heat number 1. We had a little bit of contact there at the end of that heat, so the driver's trying to finish up getting across the line. Do not be afraid to say hello to me in the chat, guys. I do watch it. If you're on Facebook, come by the Facebook page. Like, share, follow. If you're on YouTube, Twitch, or Trovo, make sure that you say, you hit the subscribe button. Say hi every time. Always like to hear from you guys. But it's time for the starting lineup for our second and final heat of the evening. It's going to be Craig Silby, the Kiwi Conqueror, on pole in the 7 car. Next to Garrett Halsey. Halsey in the 44. The 90 of Trevor Royer starts inside row number 2 next to Craig Sheeran. Sheeran, the 72 machine. The 80, Vinny Sansone. That'll be the orange and white car we'll see out there in this heat. He starts position number 5. And his buddy Wade Fields in the 71. That'll be a black and green machine. Actually, tonight it looks like it might be a green and white machine. Sitting there on the grid. The 4th row on the inside, Matt Rogers, the 13 car. And then the 118 of Old Tiny Dancer himself, Scott King. And our back row, the 5, J.P. Scheider, black car, white tail tank. And the all-white, number 10 of Dominic Gordon on the outside. Oh, you know, it might be nice if we turned some of this stuff on. It might look cool anyway. Give the sponsors a little love here. Oh, we got to fix that too. All right, lights off on the pace truck. We'll be going green out of turn number 4. Silby and Halsey on the front row. Pace truck's out of the way. Silby's on the throttle. Halsey timed him up pretty good. And it's going to be a pretty good battle through 1 and 2. At the front, Silby's going to grab it. Trevor Royer down on the bottom. That's the black car with the red roll cage, the gold wheels. Royer now going for second. And Royer trying to put the move on Halsey right through the middle, and he's got the spot. Put in P2. Halsey third, but not giving up. Halsey's 3 wide. Sansone's on the bottom. Sheeran's in the middle. Top 5, almost 5 wide for us right there. Down to the backstretch, into 3 and 4, coming around, going to be 4 to go. Halfway home, heat number 2. And Silby's still out front, but he's got company now. Here comes Trevor Royer, here comes Garrett Halsey. Host of drivers trying to throw their hat in the ring, take the lead. Royer went for it through the middle, and a little bit too much momentum still off that top side as Silby right rear right up against that white painted concrete fence. And he is going to try to, oh, he really got into it that time. He's going to give it up. It's 2, 3, 4 spots. Contact. Bunch of cars going around. Royer had the lead. Inside 2 to go. I think everybody got to face forward, and they're all still going. Now there's one sideways, back at the back, and I think Sansone is the driver that ends up with the problem out of all this. You can see he's in the contact, gets spun around. I think he broke the suspension on the right rear of that 80 machine. He's going to go down into turn 3, and the car just, oh, no, he's not. He's going to get on the back of the 7 car there. And that's going to end up being his downfall. So the first caution of the evening in heat number 2. And that'll change things up a little bit. And it'll set things up with Halsey and Royer 1-2, Silby 3rd, Sheeran 4th, Fields, Scheider, King, Rogers, and then Sansone and Gordon both off in the pits after the incident. Driver is rolling. I think that's Dominic Gordon rolling back out of the pits. He's several laps down. Everybody's going to the feature tonight, so nobody going to have to sit this one out for a small incident. Green flag back in the air.
Green, green.
Halsey went right to the top. He's going to come out at 2. Big run of momentum down the backstretch, and he is just trying to hold off Trevor Royer. And Royer slider lining it through all the corners. Now white flag for Halsey. Halsey picked up the win over Monday Night Thunder at Weed Sport a little while ago, and just keeping the momentum going. He is in here, and he's going to win heat number 2. In the wingless cars were second Sherham, Fields, Scheider, Rogers, Silby, King, Sansone, and Gordon. Rounding things out. So heat racing action is over. They'll have a few minutes for the warm-up, and when they come back, it'll be 30 laps in tonight's big A main. So let us step aside for just a moment. When we come back, feature time for everybody. All right, big thank you to everybody that's involved with DRN, including the Dirt Slingers Racing League. You're watching their Monday Night Wingless Series right now. Quick reminder, next Monday night, these drivers will be competing in prelim night number 1 of the Triple Crown Showdown. They'll be at Lernerville Speedway. Going to have the Wingless Sprint Cars on Monday, UMPs on Tuesday, and the Super Late Models on Wednesday night. 20 drivers will qualify through from each of those prelim nights into Friday nights. 60 car, 3 division finale. Some prizes. Got a little cash on the line for it. The whole thing put together by DSRL and presented by Racer Supply. So make sure that if you are a driver and you want to participate, go to the Dirt Slingers Racing League Facebook page. Find the thread, get on the link, and get in the registration. Then follow that thread for future information about where the live chat's going to be held and how to participate. Okay, I see you, GFX. Thank you. Just a couple of minutes. These guys are going to work the track now just a little bit more. And get everything. Maybe we get a couple of lanes of racing. It looked like 2 lanes were starting to come in that second heat there, as Royer was really putting the pressure on the guys at the front. It just did not materialize. And he was not able to make anything of it. GFX, if you're on Facebook, go to the Dirt Racing Network's Facebook page and send us a private message with your info and maybe some samples or something, and we'll take a look, and maybe at worst we can see about doing a little pub for you. Just waiting to hear from Race Control about how long these guys are going to keep the session open. They may go the whole time just because they really want to work the track down. These cars perform so much better when it's not super tacky and not super slick. It's kind of in between, and a couple of lines look to me from here like they are starting to come in pretty good. Looks like that's going to do it down at the 1 minute mark. They are going to get them ready. get them out on the grid and give us an opportunity to run through tonight's starting grid. 30-lap A main. And it's going to be Jacob Denny and Garrett Halsey, your two heat winners, starting on the front row. They'll have Ryland Gray and Trevor Royer. A couple of hungry hounds right behind them in row number 2. Zach Jurczyk and Craig Sheeran making up the third row. Noah Bowman, Wade Fields in row 4. Row 5 will be Landon Crawley and J.P. Scheiderer. Anthony Woodhull and Matt Rogers in that 6th row. Row 7, Cody Terry, Craig Silby, Ryan Caldwell and Scott King in row 8. James Tiernan and Vinny Sansone in the 9th row. And Jacob Schmutz and Dominic Gordon in the 10th and final row. 20 cars for 30 laps. Hello, Brandon. All right, everybody made it out. Everybody's rolled off. Lights go off on the pace truck. We're going to go green out of turn number 4. This time by with Denny and Halsey up on the front row. And we're very familiar with both drivers here at the Dirt Racing Network. We've seen Jacob Denny in a lot of wingless stuff. And Halsey's kind of a jack of all trades. Great start for the front 3 rows, and we're underway. Through 1 and 2. Denny went inside out. He grabbed the lead. He's going right to the fence. He'll keep the right rear right up there on the cushion as much as he can. Now goes slider line in turns 1 and 2. Behind that, Garrett Halsey and Trevor Royer battling side by side. And they're stacked 3 wide coming out of turn number 2. Jurczyk right in the middle. Ryland Gray down on the very bottom. Gray almost had contact there. That's J.P. Scheiderer, I think. No, it is not. It's Craig Sheeran. No. It's Noah Bowman. Noah Bowman, that all-black car. So many guys with so much black on the cars, it's hard to distinguish sometimes who's who, but that's Bowman. Bowman's worked alongside now. They're 3 wide. Way on the outside, Sheeran. These guys really going at each other early in this one. Still 3 wide for 5th place. Sheeran had to check up. So did Gray. They're going to give it up a little man. The guy that got the spot, Noah Bowman, caught a tire down in 1 and 2. Almost tipped the car over. You can see your leader out of 4. First caution, Scheiderer. J.P. Scheiderer maybe has a problem here. Scheiderer, the black car right here with the white tail tank. Oh, it was a big checkup in front of that. Wade Fields checked in for it. There's Tiernan. And Scheiderer had to come to a complete stop. He's able to get it going. But he will bring out tonight's first caution 7 laps into the 30-lap A main. Yeah, I can't drive the wingless cars for squat either there, Brandon. So, and those guys that can handle that little midget on here are freaking amazing. I can't get that thing to not turn left all the time. It's sitting still in the pits and it's still trying to turn left. All right. Looks like we might be getting ready to go back to green here. Lights are off on the pace truck. They'll come through turns 3 and 4. Single file with Jacob Denny out in front. He's on the throttle. Green flag. Back in the air. Somebody clipped a tire going into 1 and 2. I heard it from that camera down there. Microphone picked up. Bouncing across the tire. Good battle for second. Jurczyk trying to go after Halsey, and he may have it right here in 3 and 4. Goes all the way to the outside. Finds a little grip. Sinks the right rear into the cushion. And he'll come out of turn number 2 with second place. Battle down the bottom. Here comes Noah Bowman back after Halsey. So Bowman staying married to the inside, catfishing around this little 3/10 of a mile high banked oval. And he is putting the pressure on Halsey, and he's going to take that spot. Denny's still out in front. Then Jurczyk, Bowman, Halsey. Here's Trevor Royer. Royer fifth and not far behind. Trevor Royer. Oh, battle for the lead. Here comes Noah Bowman on the bottom, the catfish. Working it, and he's got the lead that time by. We're darn near to halfway. Side-by-side battle for second that time. Denny went up, planted the right rear early. He gets good drive through turn number 4, and he almost pulled right alongside for the lead. Noah Bowman on the bottom. Making it work and hanging on to the lead. Caution. Once again. As I think Cody Terry is going to be our victim in this one. That car right in the middle of the screen. He's down into 1 and 2 pretty cleanly here. Goes up. Oh, blinking car. Not quite his fault. Looked like Sansone was blinking out. Maybe got into somebody. But Cody Terry is probably coming to a screeching halt right there. So, through the lineup, Bowman, Denny, Jurczyk, Halsey, Royer, the top 5. Gray, Sheeram, Silby, Crawley, and Fields, the top 10. Tiernan in 11th. Caldwell, Sansone, Schmutz, King, Gordon, Rogers. As we run down the rest of the field, Cody Terry, the only car retired. So, still 19 drivers on the track. All 19 still on the lead lap. Green flag coming back out. Almost to halfway. Next time around, they'll show them the crossed flags. And Bowman, wow, big jump for Bowman. He is way out. 3/4 of a second. Make it almost a full second that time. As he's got the 2 car just ripping the bottom. Nobody else is able to get down there and do what that guy in the 2 car is doing. So Bowman catfishing his way around Limaland Motorsports Park, making it happen. They're 3 wide for 3rd. Jurczyk, Halsey, or Royer. Halsey in the middle, Jurczyk on top. Royer down on the bottom. And Royer sees what Bowman's doing. He's just not able to make that 90 car do the same things. And he is going to fall all the way back to 5th. Denny still hanging on to 2nd. He's 1.4 seconds back. There's your leader out of 4. There's 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place. And now Denny's going to go to the bottom, try to lock that green and black machine in and do what Bowman's doing. See if he can get away from these guys and then try to focus on running down that 2 car. But we're down to 11 laps to go. Oh, Denny caught the tire. Let's go down and watch this because Jacob Denny. Whoop, that was a mistake. I hate it when I do that. Pressed the wrong button. But here comes Jacob Denny, and he looks good in 3 and 4. Now down into 1 and 2, and he may have gotten down there a little early. Left front tire went up. Right front tire caught the infield tires right there, and that's a definite no-no. So Denny went from the penthouse to the outhouse real quick in that caution. He was running 2nd. Now he is running about 15th or 16th. Bowman, Jurczyk, Halsey, 1, 2, 3. Royer, Gray, Silby. Fields, Sheeram. Caldwell, and Crawley, the top 10. Going to be 10 to go. We go back to green. Should be this time around. Pace truck headed to the infield. 10 laps remaining. Green flag in the air. We're back underway. Jacob Denny once again right to the bottom. Brings it up about a car width off the bottom on the exits of turn 2 and turn 4. Right about there. And he is just flying right here. Here's Trevor Royer. And Royer's trying to work on the push bar on the back of Halsey's car. He just got to get close enough. Maybe he can go throw that slider. Ryland Gray right in behind, tracking the 90. Now goes to the bottom, goes across the tires. He's got to slow down. He may lose a spot as Craig Silby are right behind him. Now Halsey finds the outside fence. Royer's got an opportunity here. Goes into 1 and 2. Slides across, comes off on the top side by side for your third spot. These two look like they're going to get into a slider battle here. Royer just trying to find a way to lock Gray in behind, get the door bolted shut, and keep him there. Now off the top side, and that time with a great move, Ryland Gray. Or Garrett Halsey, Garrett Halsey. Used the bottom to get around, and he put a little bit of a gap on. Bowman's absolutely out of here. Just got inside 5 to go at 4, and he's got a 1.7, 1.92 second lead going into turn 3. He'll get into lap traffic. I just don't think it's going to affect him at all. And he's just got that 2 car rolling right in and setting perfectly right in the middle of the corner. And he's able to launch in a straight line up off the exits. Nobody else is able to do that, especially off the bottom. So we're down inside 2 to go. It's going to be the white flag this time around. And Bowman will have to deal with lap traffic with 2 1/4 seconds of lead. He'll come out of 2, go around the lap car. I believe that's Dominic Gordon he's going around. But the checkered flag going to fall on round number 8, and Noah Bowman's going to be your winner. Zach Jurczyk and Garrett Halsey will finish second and third. Then Trevor Royer and Ryland Gray in the top 5. So drivers will bring them around. We'll get them to park them on the front stretch. Top 3 will come around. Maybe second place may not. We'll wait and see, but we're waiting for Garrett Halsey. There's Noah Bowman pulling up. Give Garrett a chance to get out of the car because we know he's got to adjust his microphone.
User was moved to your channel.
Garrett Halsey, got a copy. Garrett, you there, buddy?
Yep, I'm here. So.
All right, let me get you turned up just a little bit because I'm sure the fans can't hear you at all right now. So, interesting run out there tonight on such a small technical track, but man, you bring it home third tonight. Tell us about your run.
Yeah, it was a good run. We were fortunate enough to start second there, and it was a really hard fought battle all race long. It seemed like we were under a blanket for a while, and then Noah snuck by us on the bottom there, and really from that point, the top 3 kind of got spread out, and then it was kind of a battle for hanging on to the top spot. But yeah, it was a lot about trying to give good throttle control around the fence, and there was a few times where you can make the bottom and 3 and 4 work. So it was really just about making sure you keep your momentum up and staying out of the wall.
Well, a win earlier and a podium here in the second run. Pretty good night at DSRL tonight. Yeah,
it was a good Monday night. I mean, Wheat Sport was really good for us. We found a line that worked for us early and took off, never looked back, and won that deal. And then backed it up. I honestly, I haven't driven a league non-wing sprint car race, let alone been in these cars in a minute. Like, this was just kind of like, oh, I see that they're running Wingless at Limaland. This might be fun. So I decided to get some laps in the last minute and decided to do this for fun, and ended up winning our heat race and put it on the podium. So yeah, it's all in all been a pretty good night.
Well, we'll let you have a shot to give some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you go celebrate a great night of racing.
Yeah, just want to thank Elite Performance Industries, Riley and Gray. He gave me a good setup for tonight, which really helped me out. Probably wouldn't have been on the podium without it. So thank you to him and Elite Performance Industries, Turn 2 Photography. Just those guys, thank you so much.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Look forward to seeing you back real soon.
Yep, thank you.
Garrett Halsey finishing in third. And we're going to talk to Noah Bowman. I guess Zach Jurczyk not able to hang out with us. Usually he says something in the chat, so we'll see if he does. But the winner tonight, man, he took it down to the bottom, kept it there, and drove away from the entire field. Going to have to ask him how he did it. Noah Bowman, how you doing?
Pretty good.
Well, you took it to the bottom. Nobody else could, man. How'd you get the car to rotate and stick and come off the corners so straight every time?
I don't know, man. Ethan knew me a really good set a long time ago, and I've just been running it everywhere. It hooks up on the bottom like every small track, and kind of speechless. I've had bad luck this league, and I don't know. I don't know what to say, to be honest. Just like to thank everyone at M9, Ethan, Darren, Tim, all them guys.
All right, man. Well, you know, it's always fun when you win, and when you've had bad luck, sometimes it's best just to take what you can get, go on, and try to keep the momentum up for the next one. But congrats on the win. Thanks for chatting with us, and we'll definitely look forward to seeing you next month. Are you running in the Triple Crown Showdown next week?
I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything about that.
Oh, well, you need to go check it out because the first prelim night is 360 wingless cars, and if you can be in the top 20, you'll be automatically qualified into the Friday night show where all three divisions will come together. One night, one server, each have their own show, but all kind of at the same time. And we're going to give away some prizes and stuff for that. So make sure you talk to Scott before you take off.
All right, I'll think about it.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on the win. We'll look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you.
Noah Bowman
was moved out of your channel.
winning tonight's feature, round number 8 for these guys. Let's take a look at our results. Bowman wins it, Jurczyk second, Halsey third, Royer fourth, Gray fifth. Caldwell comes home sixth, Silby seventh, Fields eighth, Sheeran ninth, Denny 10th. 11th to Schmutz, Tiernan in 12th, King 13th, Rogers 14th, 15th was Gordon, Crawley 16th, Woodhull 17th, 18th, Sansone, Terry 19th, and Scheider rounded out the field early exit for driver number 5. Hard charger this evening. Ryan Caldwell picked up 9 spots. Started in 15th, finished in 6th, so congrats to him for that. Fun show. These guys do a good job. Good car counts for the Wingless guys, and they put on a great show. Only a couple of cautions tonight, so really good show at Limaland for these guys. Next week, be at Lernerville. I think it's a non-points night. I don't know if Scott's giving them points for it or not, but night number 1 of the Triple Crown Showdown. Once again, you can go to the Dirt Slingers Racing League Facebook page, get registered for that, find the thread, then follow it after you register. Pick one of the 3 cars. You never know. Might have a shot to pick up some cool prizes, maybe even some cash. Stay focused on that thread the rest of the week as we announce everything and get everybody set up with when to be where, what the passwords will be. And we'll kick that thing off on the 26th. It'll run the 26th through the 30th. The big finale on Friday night, December the 30th, to close out the year. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Glad you stayed up with us. Hope you enjoyed the show. Always fun. We know you can watch this stuff anywhere you choose to come watch it here, and it is greatly, greatly appreciated. For Dominic Santini, Zach Krieger, Cody Yost, and myself here at the Dirt Racing Network. Till we see you the next time. Keep it